Hi there, Krish here, and welcome to another 3-Minute Thursday, the place where you can get quick tips to get your mojo, give your gifts, and change the world. And today I'd like to talk about those situations where emotional charge and kind of anger and all that negative stuff can really be in danger of derailing a situation. I had a conversation with a coaching client of mine yesterday who said to me, Krish, all I seem to be doing is having arguments with my business partners. We can't seem to kind of find a way through, and our relationships are really suffering as a result. Now, my coaching client is very creative, hugely inspirational, and is a very passionate person, but he's also quite fiery, and his usual way of doing things is to try and use that passion, that fire, to kind of get his own way, as it were. So it can be a bit pushy, but that's not working for him. And there is that old saying, isn't there, that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So I'll share with you what I shared with him. I said to him, we need to give you a different strategy. So I gave him 3 steps to follow. Now these steps are really powerful and they're really simple, but they're not necessarily easy and they require some practice. But here they are. So the first step, in any situation where emotional charge is in danger of derailing the situation, the first thing you need to do is just kind of create some space between you and your reaction. This is putting you at a place of choice rather than in that place of just where your reaction kind of goes, "Rah!" Now, there are a couple of ways you can do this, of course, or there are many ways you can do it, but my favourite way is to use the breath. And it is one of those things of, when you start to feel the fire or the charge rising, take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. You might find you need to do that a couple of times. And of course, another variant of that is kind of the old doozy of take a deep breath and count to 10. Whatever you need to do, though, it is just about creating some of that space to put you at a place of choice. And then the second step is to ask yourself, what is the ideal outcome that I want from this situation? And you might think it's the thing that you were arguing about, but you might ask, when you ask what the ideal is, that it's the thing that you want, but also that the relationship is maintained, or that the arguing stops. It's rarely just about the outcome, it's also often about the relationship. And when you've got that, that puts you in place to go to the third step, which is where you ask yourself another question. And that question is, what can I do to bring about that outcome? And notice the question there is, what can I? No one else, what can I do? And what that does is it places you in a position where you're taking responsibility for the outcome. And you often find that that means you have to model different behaviour. You often have to let go of that charge. And maybe you sit down and say, look, we're just arguing here, this isn't helping, so can we just kind of step back and maybe have a kind of a conversation about this? But again, it's just about creating some of that space. Now, if you can try that strategy, then that will put you a long way towards getting what you want without kind of derailing or ruining the relationship. And after all, that's what we want, isn't it? We want to be able to have good relationships with people and get what we want. And in the long term, that helps all of us. So why not give this a go? Like I say, it's very simple, not necessarily easy, so it does require practice. So next time you find yourself in a situation where things may be going a little bit off track, put those 3 steps into action. As usual, the best part of the conversation takes place in the comments below. So please do leave a comment and let me know what you think of this video. If there's anything particularly you found useful, or also what strategies do you use to manage those situations. Thanks very much, and I'll look forward to seeing you at the next 3-Minute Thursday. Bye for now.